switching at me. We were just going at it. Oh, get up her face, this. She doesn't like you, she doesn't like you. So I just ejected. I couldn't do anything. What do you do in that situation? Can you like take away that girl with body language or something, or just?
You can take away the girl. It seems, I mean, not having been there, that you might have not stuck your approach. So the other 2 girls are like thinking that there's something off, something weak. Okay. But if your target did like you, I mean, sometimes that don't happen. The prettier girl would just seem more flirtatious because she sort of understands that the other 2 are gonna like pull her back, you know, regardless of what happens, right? But things you can do is like try to create a cockblock shield, anti-cockblock shield. So if, for example, you guys know like the PUA spin. I think everybody here knows the PUA spin, right? You do this entire, you know, like this, wee, right? Oh God. You do that, everybody knows you're a PUA. And the other variation is like this. You go like this, and you go like this. Okay?
Smooth.
Okay. Now it looks like she really likes me. Alright. Then I can do other things like, you know, getting her to stay in my lap, pulling off to the side, making her back turn her own girlfriends, creating an anti-cockblock shield. Because girls are just like guys, they're not going to want to cunt punt their own girlfriends. They want their girlfriends to hook up with cool, attractive men. You just have to you have to amplify IOIs. Like, I don't care about IOIs because, quite frankly, I don't get IOIs. I'm not good looking enough to get IOIs. Alright, it just doesn't happen. I don't care about them. Only in so much, though, as whatever normal IOIs that a girl can give me. Like, what are some heavy IOIs? Not
touching you.
Touching me, yeah.
Asking if you have a girlfriend.
Right, like the obvious, like seriously obvious, like
yeah,
other people would see.
Saying you're cool.
Yeah, like kissing me on the cheek, maybe. So if she's doing like this, got her arm around me, and you know, you might like, oh, you know, what do you think of my cologne? My new cologne. And then she smells you. What are the girlfriends gonna think? Like, damn, really likes him. What are they gonna do? They're gonna feel like cunt punters, and they're gonna walk away. Wait, is there a question?
Can we get some of your old school and then your newer like favorite openers?
Old school openers, huh?
And then go into ones that have probably failed you miserably, where you're like, I'll never use those again.
Oh, when I used to go to Saturn Ranch back in the old Project Hollywood days, I would go, so hey, who do you think gets more action? The mechanical bull operator or rocket scientist? Because I used to be a rocket scientist, and invariably 100% of the time after like 100 girls, every single girl said the mechanical bull operator is more cool than a rocket scientist. So I did that. I tried the Who Lies More, Pink Thong. You know, I did a lot of the indirect kind of can stuff, and then started doing a lot more situational, observational stuff that requires a higher skill level, right? And nowadays, I tend to be much more direct. There's my fucking kamikaze opener, like, you are fucking adorable, you are fucking beautiful. There is has anyone ever told you how beautiful my eyes are? There's a group of it. This is good. Let's say I get a group of girls. This is a good direct. It's a playful direct, actually, to use on a group of girls. So I come up to the girls and like, hey, I have this rule. Every time I go to the club, I have to talk to the most beautiful group of women there. Can you help me talk to them?
I read that one in Mihal's book, and I've been using it.
That's a fun little group one. I've experimented with a lot of different, like, from the can to making my own, to like low investment to hardcore direct. And nowadays, I tend to err a bit more on the direct side. Though, obviously, if I'm at the ATM, I'm gonna like, hey, you're beautiful. This is not good. Right? There's a social context to the situation. Well, sometimes I'll still do indirect. You had a question?
Yeah, I saw we ran into each other at the Edison. We were talking to the same set.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't say hi to you, so hello.
Okay. That's all good, brother.
Hey, that JT Playboy, you're talking to the same set.
Are you still working with Brian? Because I ran into you at Ledoux about I think a year and a half ago. It was at Ledoux and we were winging the same set.
Oh.
There were a bunch of British girls. We were like leaving like the next day.
Yeah. No, we were hanging out with Brian yesterday. I mean, we don't work
on the street. Me, him, and we were Sergeant was Sunday. We ran into Brian on the street with one of his wings, and they were like Sergeant.
No, we were at Moscow last night. So.
Just one more.
Yeah.
Some of your number closes. Like, what do you say for? Do you have it like? Because Vince always gives us like stuff like.
Okay, here's my ABC number close. You have a cell phone, right?
Yeah.
Can I see it? Thank you. There it is. That's it. You have a cell phone, right? Let me see it. Boom. And then it's called the ABC Bootycall. First of all, this is just a compliance test. I'm asking you have a cell phone. What girl in the 21st fucking century does not have a cell phone? Unless you're like going cougar hunting or something like that, right? Every hot chick has a cell phone. So you have a cell phone, right? Let me see it. A rhetorical question with basically a compliance test / command. Gives me your cell phone, then I'm going to, if I want to be a bit more playful about this, and I'm going to program my name, program my number, I call myself, but I'm going to program myself like Asian sensation, Asian persuasion, or booty call. Because who would not answer a call from booty call? There you go. Yeah. So I try to keep it really simple.
Do you do that in the day game as well? Like you do that approach, like getting the.
Yeah. It's a simple like rhetorical question and compliance test. You know.
Not as much.
So.
So it sounds like you rely less on verbiage, more, is that, pretty much.
Well, I guess more in dominance, yeah. Yeah, you have to realize with a lot of my students where they don't speak English as their first language, it's pretty useless to try to teach them a lot of verbal tactics. Like Matador. Matador is like one of my really good friends. We've been winging since 2004, like before we were a professional, and we were at Crest. And he had like two fobby, like Asian fresh off the boat students, and like Matador was like, damn, like how do I teach these Asian guys? You know, because they can't even recite the opener. I'm like, dude, you gotta keep it simple. Here is like a big tip for any guy. If English is not your first language, don't use a long opener. Don't use something canned. Just use the shortest direct opener you can think of. Like I told you about the Singaporean guy, you are fucking beautiful. And 4 words. How do you fucking mess up 4 words? You can't, right? And it's also for the lazy. So there you go. Are we good?
Yeah, awesome. We have a little bit of a time constraint because some of us have to be ready in 10 minutes.